The one that always hits me the hardest, though, is I wished I allowed myself to be happier.
Hmm.
Because it does imply that happiness is a choice most of the time. Yet we're choosing the opposite, even though it's right there in front of us. So when you look at these regrets and you look at that comparatively to these people that are living into their hundreds and thriving, you start to wonder, well, why is such a disparity between those 2 points? And it largely has to do with lifestyle and some of those other not necessarily measurable aspects that I shared with you, like the community piece, the connection piece, the passion and the reason to get up every morning piece. And those, when not there, if we don't have a strong purpose or a reason for getting out of bed every morning, it just becomes easier not to get up.
Well, we didn't really completely unpack what you do, but you work with people to help improve. You're helping people through that in a variation, your own way. So let's talk about that life that you lead in your real job.
My real job. Yeah. Well, I love to try to lead by example. I believe in mentorship and modeling. And most of us, that's typically how we learn best, is through those 2 modalities. Modeling, though, is so critical for our own development. And I try to model certain things that I see people doing. If I see a good habit that someone's doing and I'm like, wow, that's clearly working for them, creating great results. Well, I want to try to do a little bit of that too. But you still have to have an overall vision of what do you want for your life? Like what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of father, parent? Like these are things that I think to myself, like a question that's guided me the last 15 years has been, what does it mean to be a great man? And I ask myself that rhetorically every day. And I just try to live into that, Like, what questions do you ask yourself all the time, Amber? You probably have some questions you ask yourself every day. I think we all do, right?